I want to. Good evening, Raider Nation. Raider Ed back again. With the quick live, probably a long live, but I want to play something before we get this started. Let's cue it up. You guys know this song. You know this song. You guys know this song. You guys know this song. That was our Sunday. Let's get it started. What's going on, Raider Nation? Raider Ed, co-host of Raiders Primos, back again, giving you guys another real Raiders talk. We are going to dissect the 3-0 loss by the Minnesota Twins on the Las Vegas Athletic. Wait. Oh, no, we're talking football. Oh, shit. I totally forgot. Minnesota Vikings, 3-0 victory over our Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry, I mixed baseball with football. That score kind of messed me up. We're going to dissect that loss tonight. And you guys may hear in the tone of my voice, if I sound happy, I'm not happy by any means necessary. Let's see how long I'm trying to keep that, not a positive energy. I'm just trying not to get so upset. And I told you guys, I wouldn't be upset if we lost against the Minnesota Vikings. But losing like the way we did, I did not watch the game live. Salute to all of Raider Nation who did watch a terrible game live. Salute to everyone that actually paid $2,000 to go out to Las Vegas to watch that trash on the field. Y'all is not getting your monies back. So, I mean, salute to y'all for putting up that type of money to go watch that on the field. We're gonna dissect this game. I'm going to say, like in the title, the Raiders must draft a first-round quarterback. Let's debate. Get as many Raider fans in this live tonight. Let's get 10, let's get 15, 20, 30 people in this live right now, because I know a lot of people have split opinions about the Raiders in drafting a first-round quarterback. And yes, you guys, we are talking about the offseason. Our Raiders are out of the playoffs. They got 1% chance to make the playoffs. Are they going to win 4 straight? No. You got the Chargers on a short week. You got the Chiefs in Kansas City. You got the Indianapolis Colts. And then you got the Denver Broncos, who are 1 game behind the Kansas City Chiefs after starting 1-5. So let's dissect. But let me first acknowledge the chat. We got the Ian report of the Raider Nation. We got Sean Johnson. He says, hey, salute to you, brother. We got Super Omnicron. Salute to the chat. We got that Raiders fan in the building. I'm going to get to that chat later, Sean, that Raiders fan. But let's get to Sean Johnson. He said, let's get this. We also have the 6th overall pick. Now, I'm happy about that. The Giants and the Tennessee Titans took care of business, helping the Raiders out and moving up in the draft board. And yes, you guys, I'm excited that we are moving up in the draft board. Why? This season is a loss. I never like to say any games are meaningless, but let's go back to 2018. We win a meaningless game against the Arizona Cardinals, and we missed out on potentially drafting Nick Bosa, and we go get Cleveland Farrell. And I don't want to make that mistake again, Raider Nation. That Raiders fan says the Raiders desperately need a franchise quarterback. I expect many changes during the offseason. That Raiders fan, stick around, because we are going to discuss the changes that need to happen in the offseason. Sean Johnson, if you like Raiders defense, if you like Raider defense, it was great. But offense, as bad as it gets, horrible. Dual threat quarterback needed. You are exactly right. And salute to Sean Johnson. I want to share something that Sean, he gave his opinion on this. Sean said defense played their ass off. Top 10 in 2024 that he predicts. And they did. They are actually, guys, they are top 10 as a scoring defense. Top 10, you guys. They are 9th ranked after week 4. Our Raiders defense, you guys, are number 9 in scoring defense, giving up 19.9 points a game. You guys. The issue that we have is that we need a dual threat quarterback that can be mobile and be a playmaker. Aiden was never supposed to be a starter, was thrown in without the proper offseason training. It was never learned the playbook. McDummy set him up for no success, and he has limitations already. He don't need to be learning on the fly. We don't have time for that. I'm going to break this comment down by Sean Johnson, and salute to Sean Johnson. Fire take. And I'm going to break down that first. I want to know, Raider Nation, when do the excuses stop for Aiden O'Connell? And I get it. He is a rookie. I get it. He's a 4th-round pick. To Sean Johnson's point, he was thrown into a BS situation, not having any offseason to prepare to start in a football game. He never got the proper training to learn Josh McDaniels' playbook. And then he gets the automatic start when Josh McDaniels is fired. He has a rookie offensive coordinator calling the plays for him, and he is a rookie himself. He is learning, as Sean Johnson pointed out, he is learning on the fly. So people will ask, what do you mean by excuses? And here's what I mean by excuses. What I mean is that he doesn't have a run game. And yes, am I saying that's an excuse? It is. Why? Because people want to throw Aiden out there, and those people know who they are. Throw Aiden out there as if he is the future of the Raiders. There was, I seen people in Raiders group chats. Sean, you are in that, my brother. You know the people that we see posting that Aiden O'Connell is the next Raiders franchise quarterback. If this game proved anything, and it proved a lot, and one of those things it proved is that Aiden O'Connell is not a starting quarterback of the Raiders in the future. He should not be the starting quarterback of the Raiders in the future. Now, the argument is, give Aiden O'Connell time. Give him a great offensive coordinator and watch Aiden O'Connell cook. No, we don't have time to go off of a maybe. And also, I'm going to ask you guys this. Will Levis is balling for the Tennessee Titans right now. He had 4 touchdowns in his first game. 4 touchdowns in his first game. And I believe he's 3-4 right now as a starter with the Titans. And he has 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,593 yards with the Tennessee Titans. Now, a lot of people will say, well, he's 3-4. Raider Ed, don't you care about wins? I do care about wins. And if the wins are not stacking, I want to see potential from our rookie quarterback then. I want to see, does he have the potential to be a starter next season? Does he have the potential, if this regime builds around him, can he take the team to the next level? And with Aiden O'Connell, I don't see that. I don't see the potential there. He's making the same mistake every single week. He cannot call out a defense. He cannot pick up a blitz. When the pressure is there, he folds under pressure. He makes ill-advised throws. And don't even get me started about his interception late in the game. He picked the most perfect time to throw an interception. Where was he throwing it to? Where was he throwing it to? You want to pick the worst time to target Devontae. When Devontae is wide open, you don't want to target him. When he's covered by 3 guys, bro, makes all the sense of the world to target Devontae, right? Makes all the sense to target Devontae when he's triple covered or double covered. But when Devontae's wide open, you don't even look his way. So, yes, guys, I am coming on here and saying the Raiders must draft a first-round quarterback. Right now, as Sean Johnson says, we hold the sixth overall pick, you guys. We hold the sixth overall pick. And I know people want to say we need to build up the offensive line. We need to build up the defensive line. I agree with you guys. But the offensive line is not always going to block perfect. There is going to be games where you have to scramble. There's going to be games when you have to roll to your right, roll to your left, step up in the pocket. There's going to be games like that. Aiden hasn't shown that he will do that. Is he coachable? I don't know. He's making the same mistakes that he was making in the preseason. He's making the same mistakes he was making against the Chargers game. Why did Khalil Mack get 6 sacks? Because Aiden didn't move. Yes, I will blame the offensive line. Having Andre James as your starting center should show he should not be here next year. Or at least he shouldn't be a starter. Andre James should not be a starter for the Raiders next season. Grant Van Roten should not be a starter next season. Give Thayer Mumford a little bit more burn at the right tackle position. Maybe move Illuminor to the right guard position. What I know is we need a new center. But it also doesn't help when you have the Statue of Liberty back there as a quarterback. Like, I am getting tired week in and week out expecting Aiden O'Connell to improve his game. And yes, he's a rookie, Raider Ed. He's only played 6 games. Great. He's played 6 games and he hasn't improved anything. Yes, he's learning on the fly, but he isn't improving. He isn't showing the potential that if we give Aiden O'Connell time, he will get better. That's my issue. That is my issue. With the quarterback talent that is coming out in the draft, are you telling me Caleb Williams, that Aiden O'Connell will outperform Caleb Williams? Aiden O'Connell will outperform Jaden Daniels. Aiden O'Connell will outperform. He will outperform a Drake May. Aiden O'Connell will outperform. Hey, bro, prime time, bro. I bet everybody has their popcorn ready for this one, right? That Raiders fan. Like, it's crazy to me. There's so much quarterback talent coming out in the next draft, and nobody wants to draft a first-round quarterback. And I'm going to bring up the 2021 draft quarterback prospects because I got told that the 2021 NFL draft quarterback prospects, they were saying the same thing, that the 2021 NFL draft quarterback-wise was one of the best quarterback drafts that is going to come in a long time. You had Trevor Lawrence, you had Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Davis Mills. Outside of Trevor Lawrence, there's not really a lot to go on with those rookie quarterbacks. But you know what's the difference is that Trey Lance, anyone can see that Trey Lance was a risk. He had one collegiate game started and played in the college level. Anyone knew that the Niners were believing in the hype with Trey Lance. He didn't really have a lot to go on. Zach Wilson, one of the most overhyped quarterback prospects coming out. Justin Fields, after the game he had on Sunday, maybe there might be some truth to him just being in a messed up situation in Chicago. Mac Jones had a solid rookie year. After that, digressed badly. He regressed tremendously. Trevor Lawrence is probably the only guy that, yes, his rookie year, he sucked. But then after that, he is taking the league by storm. Why do I bring that up? I bring that up because not only was I told that, but I bring it up because those were risks that those teams were willing to take. Those were risks that teams were willing to take. Are the Raiders going to be that team? And if they're not, expect another losing season next season. Because we need to stop putting a Band-Aid on the quarterback situation. Because I want to ask you guys this. If we're not drafting a quarterback, let's go sign a veteran quarterback. That really worked out for us, right? Going to get a Jimmy G. Going to sign Brian Hoyer. That really worked out for us. Going to sign guys like Matt Flynn, Matt Schaub, Jason Campbell, Carson Palmer. Going to get veterans really worked out for the Raiders in past years, right? Right? Am I wrong? We only drafted a first-round quarterback 4 times in franchise history. The last quarterback, yes, turned out to be a bust. But let's see. How long ago was that? Let's see. That was like what? Hold on. How long ago? How long ago was that? 16 years, you guys. 16 years ago. That was 16 years ago. There's Raider fans out there holding on to 16 years ago, just like how you guys want to hold on to the 2016 season and say Derek Carr is the best Raiders quarterback of all time in Raiders history. No. I'm 25 years old, and I never watched another quarterback other than Derek Carr, but I did my history, and I did my research, and I seen that the elders in the Raider Nation got a chance to see greatness and what great quarterback play was. And I wish I was in that time watching the greatness of the Raiders. So I knew what greatness looked like. I never seen what greatness looked like in person. I have to do research and go look at what greatness was. And I'll tell you this right now. This ain't greatness. Anyone who thinks that Aiden O'Connell is the future, that's not greatness. Salute to Van City, my God, my dog. How on God's green earth is Antonio Pierce going to produce points with Jimmy Glass, Aiden O'Connell, and Brian Hoyer, and one running back? You need a quarterback to get our elite wide receiver unit the football. It's like expecting a hooker to go to church. And you're not wrong, Van City. You're not wrong. And I made a point. You guys, and I posted this, and I might need to share it. You know what? I am going to share it. Give me a sec, you guys. Give me a sec. I'm going to share it. I gotta find it, you guys. Give me a sec, because I am going to share it. So I got some takes from the game. My first take was Antonio Pierce still has a shot as a head coach. And why do I say this? The poor offense doesn't fall on Antonio Pierce due to him being a defensive-minded coach. That falls on Bo Hardigree and Aiden O'Connell. Antonio Pierce, once again, got this team having 4 penalties. And again, I believe the Raiders are first in penalties that is called upon them. They have the lowest in the league. The defense had 5 sacks, and they got Josh Dobbs benched. And they only gave up 3 points. Antonio Pierce has this defense ready. Antonio Pierce and Patrick Graham, they better stay on this staff. Let me get into more of these comments, you guys. I want to get caught up. We're going to dive into that tape. Levis wrecked Ramsey like it was nothing. He's a dog. And salute to Graphic Raider, who if it wasn't going to be a CJ Stroud, Will Levis was the next guy that Graphic Raider mentioned. Sean Johnson, Aiden O'Connell can get better, but he will be a pure pocket passer. And in this NFL, you have to be a playmaker. And you can't just sit in the pocket, and when your O-line isn't elite, statue quarterback. No. Van City, I blame this mess on 2 people, and 2 people only. 10% goes to Mark Davis for hiring the effing guy. The other 90% goes to McDouchebag's $100 million offense. Oh, and don't even get me started on his idea of what an O-line looks like. Jaden Daniels is 185 pounds. That's wild, just realizing. I would read somewhere where he was 5 pounds less than Joe Burrow. Yeah, Kenny the Snake Stabler. Yep. Have we all come to the conclusion yet that Zamir, not so Zeusy White, will be our running back one on Thursday night? Thanks, Josh. Caleb Williams is the next Jason Campbell. My goodness. But let me get into that take, you guys, because a lot of people disagreed with me in that Antonio Pierce is a head coach, and the responsibility of a head coach is going to fall on him. And I hear you guys out with that. But here's why you got to look at Antonio Pierce and Josh McDaniels differently. Jack Del Rio was a defensive-minded coach. And again, yes, that time during Derek Carr's tenure, that was when I really started following football. Even the year prior, when we had Terrell Pryor as our starting quarterback, mixed with Matt McGloin, mixed with Matt Flynn during that time, that was really when I got into watching football. But I noticed something in that 2015-2016 seasons, and it was that Jack Del Rio was mainly a head coach, and he focused mainly on the defense, which was funny because the defense was terrible those 2 years. Even though 2016, they ranked 20th, they gave up a lot of points and a lot of yards, but they made up for it by getting, I believe they had their turnover differential was high during that year. So they made up for it by getting a lot of, by having Khalil Mack on that defense, getting turnovers, getting sacks from Khalil Mack. It really made up for it. But the defense was horrible. Now, it's funny because people give Jack Del Rio a lot of credit for the offense. Jack Del Rio, I'm telling you guys, I don't think he had any input on that offense. He couldn't call that offense if he tried. If anybody remembers, the offensive coordinator for the 2015 and 2016 season was none other than Bill Musgrave. And that offensive coordinator was cooking. He took a 30th ranked, I believe it was like a 32nd ranked offense in 2014. He made them a top 15 offense or top 20 offense 1 year later. And then 2 years after 2014, he made them a top 5 offense. He was a great offensive coordinator in that time. Had Derek Carr in the MVP conversation, had Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper as one of the best wide receiver duos in the league, had Latavius Murray running all over people, but it also went to the fact that the Raiders spent money. Well, they spent money on the offensive line, but why did they afford the offensive line that year? It's because Derek Carr, Latavius Murray, Clive Walford, and Amari Cooper were all on rookie deals. So they could afford to pay a hefty price for an offensive line that only gave up, I believe, 7 sacks in 2016. 7 sacks, you guys. Probably more than that, but I know it's like maybe 10 at the most. I'm going to have to research that up. Rookie contracts. If you are retooling or rebuilding, hitting in the draft is vital. Because not only are they on rookie contracts, but if they are a boom for you, like a CJ Stroud down in Houston, you can continue to build around talent like that. And that is what the Raiders need to do. That is why the Raiders need to go for a first-round quarterback. Because if that quarterback turns out to be a boom, you have a rookie contract, a quarterback who is playing at a great level on a rookie contract, not paying him $30 million, not paying him $40, $20 million, $17 million. You're paying him on a rookie contract. And I believe it's like $10 million for a first round rookie. And you got the 5th-year option that you could pick up. Again, you're helping building up the team for the future, for the foreseeable future. The Raiders have to look at this as not the 2022 season. We have to, or the 2023 season. We got to look at the 2024 season and beyond. That is the way the Raiders need to look at this. Van City says, my biggest fear right now is Mark Davis is going to go hire some washed up retreat to coach his team next year. And that coach is going to rip this to the ground. We do realize we're 2 to 3 pieces away. And I agree, Van City. You go get yourself a lockdown corner. Go get yourself a defensive tackle, a great defensive tackle. Get a center that isn't Andre James, and go get yourself a quarterback. Go get yourself a quarterback. That you need a dual threat quarterback. You need it. There was times that Aiden O'Connell had all day to throw and he couldn't find nobody. Take off and run. Take off and run if you have nowhere to go. And you guys, we got a special guest pulling up. This is why you guys need to spread the link around. Share with your friends. Share with your family. Guys, we are closing in at 450 subscribers. We are at 436. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share the link if you haven't already. Because we got my brother, my primo, Raider Nate, joining me in the building.
We're good? We're good?
We're good. We're good.
I have problems, bro.
Oh, bro, talk. Bro, floor is yours. I've been talking.
No, like technology problems.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're good. But I've been talking for 26 minutes. Raider Nate, bro. You watched the game live. I had the privilege of missing the game live, but I decided to go through and watch the horrific game that was on Sunday. I watched the replay. Shout out to NFL Plus, not a sponsor, but better than YouTube TV. Raider Nate, your Sunday was ruined because you had to sit through 3 hours of trash. You might as well have watched an athletics game if you wanted to. You should have just went back in time and watched an athletics game if you wanted to watch some trash on the field, watch a 3-0 score. Hey, I'm not saying the A's will lose. I'm just saying, hey, baseball score. A's might have won the game 3-0. I don't know.
Can we just say that for Giants? Can we be like, might as well watch the Giants game?
Or that. But instead,
in the playoffs.
Instead, Raider Nate, we watched the Minnesota Twins beat the Las Vegas Athletics 3-0 on Sunday. I know. Again, the score's messing with me. I'm forgetting Vikings at Raiders. I keep forgetting, bro. Like, it's a baseball score. I thought the Twins were playing the A's. I thought baseball was in December. I thought baseball was in December. But Raider Nate, tell me, how are you feeling, man? Give me your thoughts on this game. Ugly game, bro. Ugly game. Give me your thoughts on this game.
First foremost, what's up, y'all? And first foremost, it's not only bad for us, but people. Let me say something real quick. The people that spent around, I don't know, around $2,000 going to that game.
Better get their money back, bro.
$2,000 when they could have spent, as you said, about $30 going to Oakland. Man. And I just want to, have our thoughts and prayers.
Let's just hey, moment of silence, Nate, for those.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just thoughts.
Yeah, moment of silence for those people's pockets. Let's do a moment of silence. All right, a moment of silence for those Raider fans' pockets that actually went to that game. But go ahead, Nate. Continue talking your thoughts, man.
And they literally watched hell on earth. I don't know how much worse you can explain it after actually watching it. Like, it was atrocious on one side of the field. The other side, it was pretty cool. It was pretty nice.
Cool, bro. It was dominating.
I know. It was pretty cool because, if you put them together, it's pretty cool. Um,
All right.
but on the offensive side, I can't even call that an offensive, game. I I can't even call that an offense. Um, after that game, all I can say is like our defense looked good. You know what I'm saying? I like our defense. I like the way that we built our defense over time, over with trust, over keeping the guys smartly and get rid of all the guys that were hogging money and weren't doing nothing with it. Um, I'm happy with this defense, and if they just have the minds to grab this, leader coming up in this draft, man, oh man, oh man, this man, Van City, I forgot.
Sean
Uh,
Johnson says we as Raider Nation needs Antonio Pierce, former ASU quarterback Jaden Daniels. I believe this would be a good decision. I believe so too. And I want to talk about that Raiders fan comment. He says Jacobs will most likely be gone, no doubt. And I would take a first, if not a second, for Adams. If AP is here, that Raiders fan, Jacobs might stay. But I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be mad if Jacobs wants to leave, and I would not be mad about trading Adams either. But we got to discuss this.
I don't think they're gonna leave with him on the
We
field
got to
as well.
discuss, yeah, and we got to discuss this, Nate, because I know me and you are probably on split ends with this. I think you do trade Adams now. The price has to be right. I don't think a second. I wouldn't take a second. You got to take a first because if you are taking a second, like let's say the Jets call up and say we want Devontae, but we're going to give a second. I'm like, all right, give us Garrett Wilson. Now, a lot of people want Quentin Williams. I hear you guys. But what number one wide receiver you get in the second round? You're not going to get, there's not a lot of wide receiver number ones that you can draft in the second round unless you go get a T. Higgins, who I believe is a free agent next year.
Imagine
And
if
he
we
could
were
be a
able to get
solid,
Sauce.
he could be a solid first. Let me look at free agent wide receivers for 2024. Um, you got T. Higgins. You got Mike Evans, but Mike Evans, I mean, you're gonna basically pay him Devontae Adams type money. You got Odell Beckham Jr., but he's on the wrong side, and
Nah,
he's
I'm
not
good.
really a top wide
Odell
receiver.
Beckham is out.
Um,
Next,
Curtis
next.
Samuel, not really. Tyler Boyd, he's more of the wide receiver 3. I mean, that's how he was used
Yeah.
in Cincinnati. Cedric Wilson, Kedrick Bourne, DJ Chark, Jamal Agnew, Paris Campbell, McCole Hardman,
Yo,
Braxton
did,
Berrios,
did you put
Jakeem Grant. Hey, bring Nelson Aguilar back.
did you put
No, I'm
Carr
not
on
doing
the
that.
thumbnail? You
Huh?
put you put Carr on the thumbnail.
I did it. That was
Oh,
Aiden.
that's Aiden. Wait,
Yeah, that's Aiden.
wait. Why did I think that was Carr? Man, that man
He got
has been
number
here
4.
for so long.
The only the only guy I would like to go get is maybe a Marquise Brown that you can maybe look at.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, Marquise Hollywood Brown. He's 26. He was balling when he was with Baltimore. He did get traded to Arizona for a reason. I will say that.
He's
But
not
T.
doing
Higgins, I
well.
mean, T. Higgins is probably the one guy I would like. 24 years old. Um, he's been on the opposite of Jamar Chase, but he plays that outside wide receiver. Let me look at his market value. T. Higgins.
You know what I think, bro? Like,
T. Higgins will be 4 years, $65 million, $16.4 million. You're paying Devontae Adams close to, I believe, 30 this year, and then you're paying him 40 the following year. After that, you
yeah,
would be getting T. Higgins at $16.4 million. Let me see if there's any
yeah,
like
facts. Like, he's
stats
talking
on
about
it.
Renfro.
His
Like,
wide
what is?
receiver rank, he's 19th. Like I said, he's 24 years old. Um, so I would take a flyer on T. Higgins.
I like the Hollywood one. He's
Hey,
not. He's being underused, and he's not really fitting with the scheme in the Cardinals right now because mainly because things have moved so much. Like things over there have moved so much and so fast. It's just hard to fit in a scheme and get going. And I feel like if we get like that, if we get the quarterback that is at least, what we would hope
Great.
to get, just any of them, that are any of the
Jaden,
great
Bo
ones.
Nix, Caleb.
And if you compare that with Hollywood, that has speed for ages, do we see the accurate, unscared Carr and Ruggs combo again?
It was killer in 2021. Nope.
Ooh.
Like it was, him being that
And
deep threat. I mean,
and
you
then
could,
you have
you could, but
Mayer hopefully becoming an unhurting, uninjury like Waller. I don't know, bro.
but I want them to be better than those guys. I don't want us to, kind of reminisce in the past. Like I want to have those guys
I mean, those are
build their own
new guys,
paths.
though. I know, but they're
Yeah,
new guys.
and I think Michael Mayer will. He's got way better in blocking. And people will talk about his receiving, but homeboy can't do nothing if he's not getting targeted. Like, let me break this down, you guys. Aiden O'Connell was 21 for 32, 171 yards. He was sacked 4 times, had a quarterback rating of 16.8, 66 pass rating. But you know what's funny? Because I remember um, that completion percentage, wins you football games, right? Right?
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell had a 68.8 completion percentage on
Madden.
Sunday's game.
Yo,
68.7. Hey, great completion percentage. Bro, he damn near had 70, Nate. Aiden O'Connell ball the fuck out, bro.
Yo, Madden right there.
He had 68.7 completion percentage. Bro, amazing. But guess what? Average pass attempt was 5.3 yards.
Bro, not
Again,
even
I will say it. Stats will miscue what is actually on the field. Stats will miscue what is on the field. He was
bro.
21 for 32, 68% completion percentage, but he had 171 yards, 5.3 yards average. Who did he target? He targeted Adams 10 times, Renfro 5 times, Myers 6 times. Outside of them 3, Josh Jacobs 2, Michael Mayer 2, Amir Abdullah 2, Austin Hooper 1. He targeted a tackle. Greg Van Roden 0, which I think was actually at the end of the
Wait,
game.
what?
I could be wrong. No, that was at the end of the game.
Wait, bro got
Sorry.
hands?
I
99
know, right?
hands.
Hold up.
99 route running, 99 deep
I
ball.
was like, bro, Greg Van Roden got 99 catch radius, bro.
Yo,
bro, no, look at this. He has 0 catches for 5 yards, bro. That's amazing.
that is, bro, Hall of Fame
ESPN,
this
bro,
year right
get
now.
better, bro. ESPN, get better.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch the Greg Van Roten joke. But then Trey Tucker, 1 target. Outside of Devontae, Renfro, and Myers, he didn't target nobody else. He didn't get the tight ends involved. He didn't get Tucker involved. And he didn't. I will say, Renfro, 5 targets, 3 catches, 46 yards. Did he have one bad fumble? Yes, he did. Not enough targets. And then, again, go back and look at his targets. How many were underthrown? How many were overthrown?
I mean, also back to Renfro, like, what is his problem? Like, what the Raiders fan said, like, what is his problem fumbling, bro?
Oh no, we gonna get to Renfro, bro. We cooking everybody tonight. We cooking everybody tonight.
Yo, we got about like 5 pans on the stove right now.
We still got some people to cook. I'm about to cook Devontae Adams.
Oh,
I'm about to cook Devontae Adams. Earlier in the game, I'm watching this game on replay, right? I'm like, damn, bro. I better get ready for this breakup.
Be like the Raiders.
3rd and 18. Aiden O'Connell checks down to Devontae Adams on a drag route. Devontae gets tackled and throws a tantrum on the field. This is first quarter, mind you. First quarter. He throws a tantrum on the field. I think it was first quarter. Could be wrong, but I believe it was like earlier. It was the first half. He throws a tantrum on the field. Mm-hmm. And then people were calling it, Nate. Devontae Adams is not going to talk to reporters. Devontae Adams is good. Bro, even Graf was like, oh, yeah, Devontae Adams ain't going to shower. What happened after the game? Devontae Adams didn't talk to reporters. Devontae Adams left the stadium without talking to reporters. My patience is running thin with Devontae Adams. You are one of the best wide receivers in the game. That is no doubt. You have amazing talent, Devontae. What you said last year, I came to the Raiders not to look cute with Derek Carr. I came to the Raiders to win and win championships. I hear you out. The Raiders are not doing that. They're not winning football games, and you're gonna miss the playoffs again. But did playing with Derek Carr had something to do with it? Because your demeanor changed when Derek Carr got released. You're not running out, you're running half-ass routes out there. Yes, I said it. He's running half-ass routes out there. And he got caught on film on Sunday. If people, I'm not talking out of my ass, you guys. He's running half-ass out there. Now, is it Sean Johnson pointed this out? Is it because he knows he's not getting the ball? Or I think it might have been Sean, or it might have been another Raider fan I was talking to.
Probably 75%.
He knows he isn't getting the ball, or he's just clearly frustrated, like, I'm done with this shit. Aiden O'Connell's not gonna run, not gonna throw me the football. Or when he does, he overthrows me or underthrows me, or he throws it behind me. There was 2 plays. There was one where it was a check down to, I believe, Renfro, or it was check down to somebody. And Adams is coming on an in route, and right when he makes his cut, homeboy's jogging into the cut. And people was like, well, he's trying to set the corner up. He continues jogging after he made the cut. And then another play. Aiden O'Connell finally runs, Nate. He finally scrambles. And Devontae Adams stops running, you guys. He stops running. Mind you, he's running he's following Aiden O'Connell. Aiden runs to his right. Devontae's route is coming over the middle. He stops running. So I want to ask you this, Nate. Are you done with Devontae Adams after this season? After seeing the effort that he's putting in, I get it. We're 5-8. You didn't want you kind of knew what you were coming to, Devontae. Have you not seen the Raiders in the past? Have you not seen the Raiders in the past? And then you knew that Derek Carr had a question mark on his head. Given the contract that he had, I don't know what dream fantasy you thought you were living in, Devontae. Derek Carr's contract clearly put a question mark on his head if he was going to be here for the foreseeable future. So why, as fans, we're seeing one of the greatest wide receivers that probably ever wore a Raiders uniform, and actually I would argue that he's not the best Raiders wide receiver to ever wear a uniform. There's many others.
Tim Brown,
Fred Biletnikoff, Chris Branch,
Greg Van Ronen.
Oh my bro, shut up. I want to actually make you done with Devontae. Give me your thoughts. Are you done with Devontae? Because, bro, if the Jets call me, it's like, yo, I told you we were serious about wanting Devontae. You want to trade him? I'm like, first round pick, Quentin Williams. Let's get this deal done.
Bro, hey, hold on. I'll take that trade. What the heck? First round pick and Quentin Williams. I'm taking that.
Bro, I'm driving Devontae to the airport.
Bro.
I'll be hey, Devontae, all love, brother. It's all love. Go win yourself a championship in New York. But you clearly don't want to be here. Go be with your boy down in the Jets. And I know if it was up to the Saints and not having salary cap hell, you go be with your golden boy down in New Orleans. And hopefully you can play better with him. But let's all be real. You would just put up stats and not wins. So we're not winning with Devontae here. Trade his ass to the Jets. If the Jets are like, bro, we want Devontae, I'll be like, all right, bro, we want first round pick, Quentin Williams. Let's get this deal done.
Bro, I wouldn't even, bro. It would be to the point where I'm packing his bags for him, but I'm separating all his clothes with the Raiders' clothes and be like, I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna keep this. But me with Devontae, He's been through how many years so far? This is second year, third year
For
with
who?
us. Devontae,
Second year with
second
Devontae.
year, and then he has how many years left?
3.
3.
But the thing is, we owe him, I believe, $40 million. I don't know if it starts next year or the year after, where we owe him $40 million.
Mm,
He'll be 34 or 33 at that point.
man,
Bro, where you got these young wide receivers coming out, they different. And people, you know what? I want to tell you this, Nate, before you answer that question about if you would move on from Devontae. Do you remember the Minnesota Vikings trading one of their best receivers to
yeah.
a team called the Buffalo Bills? You guys may remember. You guys may know him. He has a cousin down that plays with it's either his cousin or bro, I don't know, that
Shout
plays with
out,
the
bro. He
Cowboys.
kind of like, yeah.
He also throws tantrums when he doesn't get the ball. He throws tantrums when his team is losing. He plays in freezing environments. He is 3 numbers off of Devontae's jersey number. Do you know who I'm talking about, Nate?
See, see, it's
You
the
know
guy
you know
that
you know who I'm talking
it's
about.
the guy that's killing us in fantasy. Dang it.
Yeah, he kills us in fantasy. The Minnesota Vikings traded away. I gotta search this up because the Minnesota Vikings traded away Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna say, when did the Vikings trade Stephon Diggs?
It's gonna answer you when. It's gonna answer you
Ahead
soon.
of the 2020 NFL Draft, because this is important. Follow me here, guys. Ahead of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings traded star receiver Stephon Diggs to Buffalo for Buffalo's number 22nd overall pick, which the Vikings used on who? Justin Jefferson out of LSU. They traded a crybaby for a dog at wide receiver.
Yeah, he a dog. I mean, not this year, but he a dog.
Hey, let's be honest. Hey, injuries killed him. Let's be honest. And I know you're sad. If anyone, hey, to you guys' context, Nick got Justin Jefferson in fantasy, so he's sad right now.
He's a dog.
But let's look. Let's compare and contrast, you guys, the stats between Justin Jefferson and
Justin
Stephon
Jefferson.
Diggs after that 2020 season. Stephon Diggs in 2020 had 8 touchdowns, 1,535 yards. And then in 2021, he had 10 touchdowns. 2022, 11 touchdowns, and 1,000 had 1,200 yards in 2021, 1,400 yards in 2022. He has 8 touchdowns on the season so far, and he's going to get 1,000 yards. The seasons prior to that, 2019, he had 1,006 touchdowns. 2018, 1,000, 9 touchdowns. 2017, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns with the Vikings in 3 years. Now, let's go to Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. In 2020, his rookie year, he has 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. In 2021, he had 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns. 2022, he had 1,800 yards and 8 touchdowns. In 2023, it's been an injury-ridden season for Justin Jefferson. But even with the injury-ridden season, he has 598 yards, getting close to 2 yards off of 600, and has 3 touchdowns on the year. And Nate can testify to this. In week 1, he had 9 catches, 150 yards. Eagles, week 2, 11 catches, 159 yards.
2-0.
7 catches, 149 yards.
3-0.
Week 4, 6 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2-0. I mean 4-0.
He was on a tear at the beginning of the year before he got injured. So my question again goes back to you, Nate. If it means that the Raiders could pull out a star wide receiver with potentially another first-round pick, you get your quarterback earlier in the draft, and then you get a wide receiver, late in the first round. I know a lot of people wouldn't like
Now,
that,
is
but
it?
what do you think about that? What do you
Are
think
we
about that?
are we just giving them Adams or an additional pick?
We're just giving them Adams.
Then
We're
yeah,
just
I'm
giving
sure
them Adams.
I'll take it. I'm not getting an Adam jersey. That's a good thing.
I will say this. If they don't want to give Quillen Williams, I'll just take the first then. I know people want something for Adams. I'll take the first.
Well,
I'll take one first for
well,
Adams.
ask for something like a little
I mean,
lower value or paper.
I'll say this. Okay, if I'm gonna ask for something, I'll ask for Sauce. They don't want to give up Sauce. Give me Garrett Wilson. Give me Garrett Wilson.
I feel like they'll be fine with Garrett because like he doesn't have that value like Saucer.
Why you need Garrett Wilson? You're getting Adams, and you got
Yeah,
Lazard. You got Randall Cobb. You don't need Garrett Wilson. Bring him to the dark side.
bruh. And then we like, yo, and then we bring the quarterback of
Oh,
the
the future,
future
bro. We bring the
with Garrett
quarterback for the future, and you
with
get Garrett Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, and the reason why I don't mention Hunter Renfrow is because we're gonna get to rocking that 1-3 and those butterfingers that he has for hands. So that Raiders fan,
Poor Renfro.
we're gonna get on now. We're gonna go to your other part of the comment, Josh Jacobs. What are you gonna do with Josh Jacobs? Are you bringing him back or are you letting him walk? Me personally, I'm letting him walk.
Man, me honestly, it's been dependent on Colton Miller. Miller is, I get it, a big effect on the O line. And I know, some stats might not favor that, some will, but I still see like are are running backs easy to get in drafts? I know they're easy to get in free agency, but are they easy to get in like drafts?
The running backs,
Yeah.
if you scout right. The thing is, Nate, nowadays teams are using. Here's what the Raiders are not doing. They don't know how to freaking draft running back twos, running back threes, and
I'm
they don't know how to use them. Because I'm gonna say this: is Zamir like has Zamir not lived up to the potential? He has not. But can we be honest? Has he had the touches to? No, he has not. Has Britton Brown had the touches to live up to expectation? No. Sincere McCormick? No. Amir Abdullah? No. They don't even give Brandon Bolden touches. And at this point, I'd rather see Brandon Bolden get some running back 2 touches.
okay.
Something. Get the
So
running game
so
going.
yeah, for me, I would prefer to let go a star receiver rather than I mean, whether we call
If
him
we
a
if we
star.
bring Jacobs back, my only request is you still got to go get a running back. Why? Don't let Jacobs carry 25, 30 touches. I know Antonio Pierce, you said he is the heart of this team, but right now, Jacobs ain't getting it done. I said it when we played the Chiefs. Outside of that 63-yard rush for a touchdown, what did Josh Jacobs do? He did nothing. He was he was non-existent other than that 63-yard run. What did he do against the Vikings? Nothing. What did he do against the Jets? Oh, you got to get him 30 carries so he could finally get over 100. What did he do against Miami? Nothing.
I feel like if we get the right quarterback, I would like the defenses will respect the pass if he does well.
I mean,
Hopefully.
and I hear you because I know that's an argument. And that's a fair argument, Nate. That is. But I seen a play on Sunday. Wide open hole up the middle, like a little bit to his left. This boy dances in the backfield and goes to his right. Talk about Trent
he
Richardson.
he doesn't care.
Trent Richardson type stuff. Where are you running to, Jacobs? Hit the hole. You got the power. You got the power to hit the hole. Pause if necessary. If necessary. But he had and it's like he doesn't have the vision. this season like he did in 2022, where he was hitting, where last season he was hitting holes with that burst and he was trucking people, whoever was in his way. And he's not doing that this season, which is why I was adamant about not paying him. And I would sign him to a 1-year deal, that I would be okay franchise tagging him. Because can he do it again? Obviously, he cannot. And yes, does the offensive line get blamed? They do get blamed. But Jacobs got to get some accountability also. They got to get some accountability also. How do they part the Red Sea and this man still runs right into the water? Like,
he just wants to go swimming with the fishies.
for real.
I I just feel like if it does make sense to let go Adams before you let go Jacobs, just because I feel like we have talent in the wide receiver position, and there there is talent in wherever in the NFL. I feel like Jacobs on our team, I don't know, it's just this like is a piece that we can't, like I feel like we need to have, like if you don't have a consistent running back, like I don't know if you could do anything.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. They need to get a backup running back and not a Zamir White. Not a backup that's going to come in case Jacobs gets injured. No, a backup that you're going to play, that you're going to give him his touches. A running back 3. Every team nowadays has at least 2 or 3 running backs that they use. Chiefs do it. Chargers do it. Yeah, they got Eckler, but I know they got a backup. Who else? There was a Cincinnati. They got Mixon, but they got a good running back too that can come in and be a good receiver or come in and pound the rock. That's what we need. We need another running back that can take the, and I've been saying it since even before Ziegler and McDaniels were even here. I said it when Gruden was here, when they drafted Jacobs, that we need to get a running back 2 to take the load off of Jacobs.
It's insane, bro. This man McDaniels, is he the one that let go Ingold as well?
Yeah. And Ziegler
Uh,
didn't want to let go Ingold.
it's
Ziegler wanted to
that
keep Ingold, but McDaniels
I
was like,
feel like
yeah, I want to go get Jakob Johnson.
that is also one of the biggest losses.
Oh,
It,
for surely.
like
Because the thing
Ingold
is,
is
when you
so
put Jakob in on the field in the play, people are not afraid of him as a receiving threat. With
yeah.
Ingold, he was. He could come out of the backfield and kill you for
Yeah.
10 yards, 15 yards.
I think this
And
man is like 80 something overall on Madden, bro. That's crazy.
and
Now that
Miami's
he's
using
on,
him exactly how Gruden used him.
it's
But let's get
crazy.
into more of these comments. I want to hear from the nation. Van City says, from having an elite top 5-7 defense, right? We promote Champ and AP. Draft Jaden, scoop Jalen Johnson from the Bears, and an elite bookend to Max. And we're a playoff team next year. That's how close this team is. I agree. And I agree, you got to promote Champ and AP because, Nate, do you think this team needs to rebuild? Do they need to
Uh,
rebuild or do they need to retool?
wait. Whoa. Uh,
Basically, rebuilding is you're starting over again from scratch. You're bringing in a new GM, you're bringing in a new head coach, and then they're gonna fire the staff. They're probably
be
trading like
like,
players. Yeah,
bye.
they're gonna be like Oprah. They're gonna be like, you release, you're fired, everybody's fired. They're gonna tear this shit down and they're gonna build it back up again. Or at least
And
attempt to. But a retool is you keep Champion AP. They go out and get their guys. They're gonna keep guys like Max. They may keep guys like Jacobs. They might keep Devontae Adams, and they might keep Hunter Renfro, and they would just be like, let's go get a quarterback. Let's go get a defense tackle. Let's go get a corner. Basically, like what Van City said here, they're just adding tools to what they already have.
yeah,
Would you
I don't
rather
like
go that route, or would you rather go get a new regime and have them tear this shit down to the ground?
yeah, I would do the retool part because rebuilding is just I like. Does anybody want to go through that? Like you move to Vegas and then you go through a rebuild. Like what the heck? Like no, that is the
Salute to
worst thing ever.
AJ in the chat.
Bro, I feel
That-
like on Sunday, Al Davis was like, just score, baby. Like,
For real, it went from just win, baby, to just score. Just win.
just,
You just need
just
7.
score.
Like I was like, bro, yeah, Sunday would have been great for one of Aiden O'Connell's 1 touchdown games. Like
Hmm.
we're not asking for you. Like I know I said, Aiden, I wanted a 3 or 4 touchdown game from you, but bro, I would have took a 1 touchdown game then.
Just
You
score,
couldn't even
baby.
do that. You couldn't even do that. That Raiders fan, this coming off season will be the most crucial for Mark Davis. Is do or die. He needs to really consider about what does he care about? Money in his pocket or the Raiders winning?
The team's legacy, the
Yeah, the
future,
team's
because
legacy.
times is ticking with these stars that we have.
And people were
Time is
talking
ticking.
about that they were upset that Vikings fans took over Allegiant. I'm telling you guys right now, and people may judge me for this. I'm not spending $2,500 to go see trash on the field. I want to go see that. I'll walk my ass outside and go look at the dumpster. And people may say, well, why did you go to Oakland and look at those trash teams? You know why? Because it was affordable and also, hold on,
It was affordable, and the food was good,
it was
and the chance
affordable and
was nice.
Oakland was home. Oakland was home. Because you show up there and everybody's a Raider fan. I won't see a one Vikings fan there. I may see I might see one, but I'm not going to see 50 or 100 Vikings fans.
You might see a couple in
You might
there,
see 10 or
and then
15.
and
And
then
it's
they
going to be like, where's Waldo? You know? Like,
yeah, and then they slowly start to disappear as like, starts fights, that stuff.
yeah, for real. But for the most part, like, go. You know what? We're going to do this again. Take it away, Nate. Take it away.
What's it
Read the
called?
comments real quick. Read the comments real quick. Cause take it
Oh,
away.
the comments.
Yeah,
Oh shoot,
I'll
I have to
highlight them
scroll
for
up
you.
then.
I'll
Where are
find it.
you at? Where are you at right now?
Hey, it's on the
Oh,
screen. I'll highlight them for you.
we need to keep Tyree Wilson on the inside. He had his best game. I mean, that is facts. Like Tyree Wilson is actually has been on the rise. To be honest, like, and that's what I predicted. I predicted like he was gonna take longer time compared to other rookies. And he seems like he's starting to upscale on his skills. He's finding a way to like get to the backfield and actually not only get to the backfield but get to the actual quarterback and get a hand on him, or I don't know. I feel like he feels like he just needs to like push the lineman into him, but um he's finding ways to get back there, and that's really good when you have a guy like Max Crosby, who we need to get the best years out of him in a Raider, before anything happens, whether he goes or I don't know, he just gets too old. But Crosby's a Raider for life, so as long as Tyler Wilson is progressing, I feel like this defense is just gonna thrive. So
Hey, and I said it, and a lot of people disagree with me to move Tyree to the inside. And the reason why I said that is because of his measurables. He's big, he's lengthy, and he's all he knows is a bull rush.
that's like
So
a fast guy on like off-road wheels, literally.
yeah, so I always said if he can't get it done as an edge, move him to the inside. See what he has. I mean, you can move Kuntz to the outside, and Kuntz is balling as an edge. You pair him up with Max Crosby, have Tyree on the edge, and look, it worked out for us. That Raider is sending right now. That Raiders fan, I'll be going to the season's finale game against the Donkeys. I expect the worst, but hopefully we can pull an upset, and maybe we can. That Raiders fan, but the way the Broncos are playing now, they look like they fixed their what they had going on there. They're
I don't know.
7-6 right now after starting 1-5.
I don't know what changed, but yeah, something
Oh,
changed.
it's called a 70-point blowout. That's what it's called.
I
Giving up
forgot
70
about
points.
that.
You know
I
what?
forgot
Maybe we
about.
should give up 70 points. Who knows? Like
Wait, our defense is too good for that.
it is. It's too good. It's too good for that. Van City, they better score week 18, or I will personally find out where Mark Davis lives. Drive to his house, shine my size 13 shoe up real nice, and stick it up his straight up his candy ass, and I mean it. And
Yo, just
he said
score,
that
baby.
Raiders fan will come with me.
Yo, just score, baby.
Oh man,
Just,
I'm gonna
just,
get caught up. Hold up.
bro.
I want to read all your comments, but I want to get caught up. I want to get caught up. Big
Just
C
score,
said,
baby.
I said it last night. Go grab Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors or Michael Penix and Rome Aduzane. You will have the Burrow Chase effect. And yeah, go get that quarterback wide receiver duo.
Oh, Duzane. Oh,
Sean
Duzane.
Johnson. Oh, I did watch this guy from Michigan. Nate, I'm gonna have to send you some tape. This guy, he's Josh Jacobs, but with speed.
Ooh,
Like breakaway speed.
ooh.
And I
Josh
know
Jacobs.
people was like, well, he had a 63-yarder. Non-existent for the rest of the game, you guys. Yeah, Blake Corum from Michigan, he had 24 touchdowns this season. Ben City said Joshua Thomas McDaniels needs to go swimming with the fishies.
For real. That boy.
He said, just for the record, if anyone saw Hondo's podcast today in the last 20 minutes, he mentioned that there are already some high-quality free agents he heard from that want to come play for Antonio Pierce, like specific guys. I want to Vincent Sean told me about that. And I'm gonna go watch that after we get off of here. But the video sent you guys, and I'm probably gonna send this to whoever thinks that Allegiant Stadium will ever be what Oakland was. It will never be what Oakland is. I'm sorry, you guys. I say that, and it's not to hate on the city of Vegas. It's just that Las Vegas will always be a tourist town
What
unless
if
the
we win
Raiders
the
start
Super Bowl?
winning. Like
Yeah.
that's really what's only going to fix this to have a home field advantage. Raiders need to win. That's what it comes down to because
That's all.
I'm not paying $2,000. I don't know about you, Nate. I ain't paying $2,000 to go see trash on the field or go see this team lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not paying or $3,000 to go see the Chargers go lay a whooping on the Raiders. I'm not paying that type of money because
Yeah.
I tell you guys this: it's not $2,000 for. It's not two. It's not. I'll say this: when I wanted to plan for me and my girlfriend to go see the Raiders play the Chiefs, or we also looked at the Jets and maybe the Giants. Hell, I looked into December for this Minnesota Vikings game, and I'm so glad I did not. I'm so glad I did not take this game. The tickets for me and her were about $1,100 to sit in the nosebleed seats. $1,100 just between me and her. That's
Yo,
not
the
adding
Raiders.
airfare. That's not adding hotel stay. That's not adding money that we're gonna take out there for food, for beverages, for souvenirs that we possibly want to get.
Oh God.
That all adds up. And some Raider fans, bro, more power to you. Some of y'all got it made. Hit me up, bro. Please hit me up.
Yo, some
Your
of the
brother
guys
needs
that
to be able to afford some $2,000 tickets.
some of the people that got like the 10-year like season ticket bundles like before. Wait, were you able? No, you weren't. I don't know. It's always been expensive,
For what?
just in general, just every game.
Oh,
There.
yeah. Dude, you'd be lucky to go to one game. And even then, one game, you're looking back like, this better be worth it. Like,
Yeah.
bro, straight up. When I went to the Raiders and Patriots game last year, I was like, we better win this, bro.
Yo, he was walking in nervous. He was like,
No, bro,
please.
I woke up like, shit, bro. I spent like $2,000 on this trip. Bro, they better win. I swear, bro, they better win.
Yo, what's funny is that like
It's one of my best, bro. One of the best games I've ever been to. Bro, I got my money's worth.
yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't go to a game this season. I'm glad I didn't go to a game this season. But with that said, bro, even though they won, I think they're 4-3 in Allegiant. Even though that, bro, they have some horrible games. Horrible games. I go to I want to go see a win, but I want to go see a football game, not a freaking baseball game where you barely are scoring any points. I go see a football game.
Yo,
And what I mean by a football game, it's also the crowd, Nate. Like the crowd does play a part in that. Let's bring it up.
You got people over here saying,
Look at it.
Go Raiders.
Look at it.
Yo, I'm clipping that.
This is what collegiate will never be.
Raiders. Raiders.
Hey, mind you, we were playing the Chargers. Let me know. Do you see any Chargers fans? You see any Chargers fans? Let's get that out of here. Let's get that.
Let's get
You see any Chargers fans, Nate?
negative. All I see is
You see, you only see silver and black.
I ain't gonna lie. I see black up and down because it was.
And I don't want to waste anyone's time here. I will probably pull up a game from Allegiant because it's funny because I actually went to the last game when the Raiders made the playoffs and we played the Los Angeles Chargers. People say that was a home game. I beg to differ. I didn't know Chargers, like, they got fans, bro. I seen like at least 100 or 120 Chargers fans in the Legion. I was like, yo, Chargers actually got fans? That's crazy. Y'all, hey, bro, I'm
Nah.
like, y'all had to like lose a bet and had to show up in a Charger jersey. Like, come on, there's no way y'all actually like the Chargers. Come on now. Like,
I mean, yeah, for real.
salute to Raider Gio. Go ahead though, Nate.
Like imagine like just choosing the worst out of the two franchises. Um, I mean, even though they did have, one of the greatest players uh to ever play, but I would pick the Rams over the Chargers. You know why? Because they're just the Rams. Like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Orlando Padilla said next game Primo goes to, the score will be 0-0. I'm so glad I didn't go to that Vikings game.
Me too.
Bro,
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy. I say money. Okay, bro, you know how pissed I would be? Because I'd be more pissed that we lost, but I'd be more pissed. I'm like, I really spent close to $2,000 to see that.
You would be more mad about that,
bro. I could have been getting fucked up at Fat Tuesday,
bro.
But I spent $1,100 to come see this piece of shit. That's crazy.
Yo, you would have been more mad about that, or if we were like in playoff contention and then we lost playoff contention. You'd still be like, man, I just lost all this money.
For real. Hey, Van City was like, if I fly all the way from Canada for a 0-0 game, hey, I can't now. Hey, now Van City, I can't wait for that Broncos and Raiders game because I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, Van City's there.
Nah, it's gonna be a good one. I mean, it's gonna be a good one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But with that said, bro, Nate, you got anything else to say, bro? Before we get out of here?
I'll pray for a good game when you go to LV.
Yeah.
All the way from Canada.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm praying too.
And yeah, that's a flight and a half. That's an Uber ride. That is expensive food.
What I do hope though, Van City, no matter how the game goes, man, I hope you have an amazing time. It's funny because I'm like, hey, Vegas is fun. That's exactly why opposing teams fans go. Vegas is fun. Vegas is a tourist town. Go hit the street, hit the strip, go to Fremont Street, go gamble, go see some shows, and then go see a football game on Sunday. Hopefully the Raiders are the victors out of that game, but even if they're not, Van City, I hope you have an amazing time in Vegas, and I hope for safe travels, my brother. I hope for safe travels.
Yeah, I mean that's it, pretty much, right?
All right. Well, we wish Van City good. A good. Hopefully, he has a good final week of the NFL season. But with that said, you guys, hit that subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already. If you have already, please share the link around. We are closing in at 450 subscribers. Hit that like on the way out so the algorithm boosts this live show to get out there to more Raider fans like you guys. Also hit that bell so you guys are not missing anything from Raiders Primos. On behalf of Raider Nate, I'm going to say it's always Raiders. It's always going to be Raiders. We're always going to cheer. We're always going to wear the colors proud. But until we see something, I got no hope. I got no hope for this team. It's on to the offseason, you guys. It is on to the offseason. Let me get more of the more comment. Van City says, Mark, I'm coming. Pause. Orlando said, I know you aren't interested in hockey. I'll be wearing a Canucks jersey. I know Orlando and Van City can get talking hockey. Go Bruins, by the way. Nate's a Vegas Knights fan, but hey, I root for the Vegas Knights. Luckily, they're in another conference because if they were not, it'd be Bruins all the way. But go Bruins, go Vegas Knights, and go Raiders. Come Thursday night, we are going to preview the game either tomorrow or we're probably just going to have maybe a watch party on Thursday night, but we'll see. We are going to preview we got to preview the game. We're going to have to preview the game tomorrow. So, Nate, I need you available tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. But with that said, you guys, have a good night. God bless. Stay safe out there and keep repping those colors proud. I know it's hard, you guys. I know it's hard to be a Raiders fan. But that is why no one can ever take that away from us of being a Raiders fan because it's hard. Salute to you guys. Have a great night. Peace.